Today we're going to talk about seasonality. That is, using seasonal information to inform your trading strategies. Hang out with me for just a few minutes. Hi, this is Tim from TradingStrategyGuides.com. Thanks for coming back to our channel. Last week we were discussing soybean trading strategies, and I briefly mentioned seasonality. That is, using the seasons of the year to help you time your trading directions and so on. Of course, it doesn't have to be long-term. It can be used in the short term as well. But today, I'm going to talk about using seasonality for trading not agricultural markets, but the Forex market as well. With that having been said, you'll find these techniques useful in all markets. The seasonality trading strategy is an approach that brings a new dimension to analyzing markets. In this video, we're going to talk about the Forex seasonal cycles and how they can improve your trading and why they should not be ignored. It is no mystery that the world is full of cycles and we're governed by them. The financial markets are not an exception to this rule. The majority of traders will either use technical analysis, fundamental analysis, or a combination of both. But the time elements, such as the time of day, the day of the week, and the month of the year, also play a big role in how certain Forex pairs behave. When you focus your attention purely on price and time, without the noise of indicators, you may notice that certain patterns show up at certain times. These patterns are known as seasonal patterns or seasonal cycles. The seasonality definition says the seasonal patterns are a predictable change in price. They repeat every day, week, month, and year at the same period in time. The seasonal cycles will only give you the tendency of a particular currency pair to bottom, top, rally, or fall at a certain point in time. And remember, the seasonality is just an average. So it's better not to use it in isolation. Rather, use it in combination with your technical analysis, as the market can deviate from its Forex seasonal pattern. A seasonal trading method can be used to predict future Forex trends. There are seasonal patterns not only on a monthly basis but on every time level where this seasonality pattern reoccurs. They are visible, so we're going to start to look at every time level. What is more important is that we're going to try and apply these seasonal cycles to current price action and see if we can spot some trades. A good seasonality trading strategy looks at the time factor with a top-down approach. This means that the seasonal pattern is broken down from the higher time frame all the way to the intraday seasonality patterns. Let's take a look at the EURUSD seasonal cycle, how to trade it using seasonal investing strategies. Even though you may be a short-term trader, it's important to keep in mind the overall trend. If you're a swing trader, you can use the monthly seasonal cycles to predict seasonal low points to buy in an uptrend and seasonal high points to sell in downtrends. This chart shows the Euro seasonality cycles over the last 5, 10, and 15 years. Looking at just these Euro tendencies, we can estimate when EURUSD is more likely to be stronger, weaker, or just consolidating. EURUSD typically bottoms in mid-February and then moves higher into mid-March, where we see a short-lived pullback followed by another rally into the end of April. June is another month where EURUSD starts bottoming. August is one of the worst months for the euro, with the biggest decline, but it's followed by a quick rebound in September. Earlier September is the second best month for the euro. After October, this seasonality cycle diverges and is less reliable. Now that we know when EURUSD is more likely to bottom and top through the year, we can take one step forward. We can see, based on the seasonal trading strategies, what the best day of the week to buy and sell is. Not every day of the week is created equally or has the same level of trading activity. Some days can be more active than others. This chart shows the EURUSD volatility measured in pips per day of the week. This is also what we refer to as the ATR, or average true range. According to the seasonality definition, we look for patterns in all sorts of ways as long as we base our analysis on the time element. We can observe since the beginning of the year, Wednesday is so far the most active day for EURUSD in terms of pip movement, followed by Thursday and Friday. Another major tendency that these seasonality patterns show is the fact that EURUSD will most likely set the high and the low of the week either at the beginning or at the end of the week. A smart way to use this trading information is to buy bullish trends or sell bearish trends early in the week. We can assume that if on Monday we establish a swing low, then the high probability scenario is for the market to hold to the upside through Friday. Now we can go one more time frame lower and see on an intraday basis what the best time to buy and sell currencies is, and in this particular case, what the best time to buy and sell EURUSD. Before looking at how the intraday seasonal patterns portray the market, it's important to be aware the trading day is essentially divided into 4 major trading sessions: the Sydney session, the Tokyo session, the London session, and the New York session. During each of these sessions, liquidity is not evenly distributed. This is one reason why these seasonality cycles appear on an intraday basis. Next, we're going to look at the 2 types of intraday seasonality cycles that will help us improve our Forex game. The first one is intraday volatility tendency, and the second, intraday tops and bottoms tendency. In this chart, we show the EURUSD volatility in pips of price movement per hour of the day from the beginning of the year. The EURUSD tendency is to have 2 main peaks in volatility, one around 700 GMT with the maximum ATR around 28 pips, and the second one between 1300 and 1500 GMT with the maximum ATR around 34 pips. So how is this information going to help you? If you're day trading, it will help you time your trades much better. It will help you enter the market around the time of day when the ATR is at its peak, and it can show you a realistic expectation for the trade and how far away your profit target should be. Next, we're going to look at the 10-day intraday seasonality cycles and EURUSD tops and bottoms tendency. Usually it can be seen that the major intraday bottom is around 1200 GMT right before the New York session. So if your strategy for any given day is generating a buy signal, this seasonality chart will help you time the market, and you'll be better off to wait for the 1200 GMT before starting to buy. In the same circumstance, you should avoid buying at around 800 to 900 GMT, as around that time EURUSD typically produces an intraday seasonal top. Let's apply what we just discussed and have a look at a few trading sessions. This chart represents some recent EURUSD price action. The EURUSD technical pattern should look familiar. We're trading right into the resistance level, which means that we should expect a reaction lower. Secondly, from the intraday seasonal pattern, we know that right around 800 GMT, we should expect a top to develop. From the intraday volatility tendency, we also know that we have an increase in volatility right around 700 GMT, which again means that the reactions lower from the resistance level should be significant. By using this information, we could have sold EURUSD at 800 GMT using a profit target that is in accordance with the intraday seasonal pattern. We know that 1300 GMT usually produces the low of the day. The technicals also suggest that we're near a support level, which means that a bounce is more likely to happen, so we better take profits. The seasonality trading strategy works because the smart money is doing the same thing every single year more often than not. The month of the year or the day of the week and the time of day can call the shots in any market. The seasonal cycle is another useful tool in your trading arsenal. I'm not suggesting you select your trades solely based on seasonality and forget everything else. I'm just suggesting this is another trading tool that you can incorporate into your own trading strategy to gain a better edge. And that's it for this week's video. Come back for my videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. New York time. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you with a couple of trade picks on Monday.